As the waltz on this road begins, their love story kicks off. For Ellie, who just fell in love, Noah's charm is like an invisible magnet, pulling her. Ellie's life seems unshackled by society, bringing her unexpected joy. Their love draws envy, like a movie couple inseparable daily. The swimming in the waves, dancing gracefully at carpentry parties, or relishing simple yet joyful moments on swings, they completely forget about the hustle and bustle. Though these activities don't fit Ellie's background, she finds joy in them, escaping city Noah's briefly. Noah teaches her driving, Ellie teaches him painting. Noah's dad sings Ellie's praises, and together they seem to possess all the joy in the world. Even if they bicker, one moment arguing and the next reconciling, because their love is profound and genuine. However, this beautiful love story isn't without its bumps. That night, Ellie got so caught up in fun that she totally lost track of time. Her dad was waiting at the door, and for a brief moment, Ellie felt like she could read his mind. Although he didn't really pressure her, he suggested inviting Noah over for family dinner tomorrow. The next day, a bunch of nobles and rich folks gathered for chit-chat and laughs, while Noah stood out like a sore thumb in his simple black t-shirt. However, Ellie inevitably found herself facing a crucial question, and the entire room suddenly fell into an awkward silence, as if the very air had frozen solid. Though Noah kept explaining his minimal expenses to those rich folks, his budget seemed like chump change compared to what their butlers made. Still, Ellie's love for Noah remained solid as a rock. But her mom spilled some news to Noah that after summer, Ellie was heading to New York for school, which meant some serious long-distance hurdle. Her dad oddly encouraged her to cherish the summer romance, as not everyone has such memories, while her mom worried constantly. As night fell, Noah slyly brought Ellie to an old house, hinting at something deeper. He told Ellie that though it seemed old, it was called Windsor Plantation in 1772. The previous owner actually proposed to their beloved on these steps, and Noah claimed he would buy it someday. He pictured its warmth post-renovation, hinting to Ellie he'd give her a cozy home despite being broke. Ellie understood Noah's feelings and discussed the decor and layout, as if planning their future. With Noah's encouragement, Ellie approached a rather old piano, and as the notes echoed, love sparked within the room. Amidst this ambiguous and intimate atmosphere, the two gradually dropped their guards, stood upright with their chests out, and embraced each other tightly. However, just at the moment when their emotions were about to reach a new height, a friend hurriedly burst in. Realizing how serious the situation was, Noah decided to take Ellie home first. She wanted to defend Ellie, but Noah didn't have the authority to interfere in this family feud. So, Ellie's father asked her to wait outside, and then an unprecedented argument erupted inside. Ellie's mom harbored prejudices against Noah. She thought Noah was just another working-class nobody, and Noah sat outside, listening to the argument inside, feeling conflicted. Every word felt like a knife piercing her heart. In this materialistic world, love had become a mere accessory to money, and Noah began to question whether he even deserved this love. Did he really think that courage and thick skin were enough to win Ellie's heart? After some serious soul-searching, Noah quietly left Ellie's house. Meanwhile, the yelling inside intensified, and Ellie, filled with righteous anger, stormed out of the house. She caught a glimpse of Noah about to drive away and realized that the argument had hurt him. She rushed over to apologize, and Noah instinctively wiped the tears from Ellie's face. But then Noah firmly told her he had to leave, and for the first time Ellie felt ashamed of her poverty. She didn't want to hold Noah back, yet her feelings were a jumbled mess. At that moment, Ellie was frustrated with the cowardly Noah and angrily yelled at him to leave. Subtitles, however, when the sound of the car's engine roared to life, she was suddenly filled with regret and begged Noah not to leave her. But Noah silently drove away. Ellie thought this was just a regular spat and they'd be back to normal by tomorrow. Little did she know her mom wouldn't even give her a chance to reconcile. The next morning, she woke up to all the chaos around her. Outside, servants were busy packing. Her mom said they'd plan a week more but must return to the city today. Ellie was furious, but ultimately helpless, so she rushed to the lumberyard, only to find Noah's friend Finn. and informed her Noah was out on a delivery and wouldn't return till late morning. Urged by her parents, Ellie left without seeing Noah. When Noah returned to the lumberyard, Ellie's house was already devoid of people, and their summer romance came to an abrupt end in such a hasty manner. From that day on, Noah's world seemed to lose all its colour, yet he kept writing Ellie a letter every day. Rain or shine, he wrote daily for a year, letters full of longing and regret. What Noah didn't know was his letters were all intercepted by Ellie's mum. A year later, Noah resolved to give up and wrote his last farewell letter. Then he resolved to move on and start anew, teaming up with Finn to seek a life in the city. Little did they know, the battle quietly began and they enlisted. Yet, war's brutality surpassed their imagination, and Finn never returned. Meanwhile, Ellie wrapped up her college life and volunteered as a nurse, taking care of the wounded coming home from the battlefield. One officer surprisingly resembled Noah, and although it was their first meeting, he was eager to ask Ellie out on a date. Ellie thought he was joking, but he was dead serious. When he returned to the hospital after rehabilitation, he was dressed in military uniform and leaning on a trendy sports car, turning heads left and right. "Boss, I'm better now. How have you been doing during this time?" During their brief encounter, Ellie was quickly charmed by this man, handsome, fun, and from a southern noble family. Everything about him was flawless, making it impossible for Ellie to find any fault, as if he embodied her perfect image. 3/4, don't forget to like and subscribe to catch more amazing content.